Hi, Dolly friends. I'm Gina, and we are here with my beautiful Rose Elizabeth. Rose is actually a bountiful baby, real born. She which a real born is actually a 3D scan that is a sculpt that is made from a 3D scan of a true living baby. So this is real born Logan asleep, and because of the lashes and everything, to me this baby said girl. So and I have a little topic we can discuss today, as well as I am going to get her changed, and I'm going to show off some of her details to you. All right, so before I get into the topic, the first thing I think I'll do is change her and tell you my little story about her. Okay, as I said, this is uh, Rose Elizabeth, and yeah, I think that looks better on her. Rose, actually, and I'm going to put her in this little, what is this? Oh, I've got a romper here, but I don't know who it's by. I got to look, guys. Oh, this is Easy Peasy. It's a 0 to 3. It's a peach colored background, like waffle knit romper with little white seashells, sleeveless. And anyway, I'm going to put this on Rose. It might be a little big on her because this dress is a newborn, but we shall see. At any rate, what I was going to tell you about Rose that's kind of interesting is I really think that she is meant to stay in my collection. And the reason why is because I tried twice to sell her, to have her adopted by a new mommy. The first time, nobody was interested. I think I had her for sale for quite a long time and just no takers. So after about 3 months or so, I just said, well, nobody wants her. Then, probably 6 months later, I did sell some other dolls, or maybe 8 months. I don't know. I don't know. I don't remember. But I did sell some of my Reborns and that. And in doing so, I put her up for sale yet again. And I did have someone who was very interested in her. But there seemed to be a computer glitch, or I shouldn't say seemed to be, there was a computer glitch. And every time this person, they could only communicate with me through the video that I had made and was selling her on. That's where they were writing me messages, and they said they tried to email me and the email wouldn't go through. So I typed my email in again specifically for this particular person, and I said go ahead and try again and make sure the spelling is correct and all of that. It could have just been a fluky error. Well, apparently they tried several more times and said something's wrong with your email because I can't get through to you. And I said, well, I have a feeling perhaps it's on your end. And the reason I'm saying that is because anyone else who has wanted to purchase a doll from me has been able to email me on that exact email, and I have gotten back to them. And I've spoken with them. And I've sold my dolls. So I don't really think that it's my end. I think it might be something on your side. So, but I said, I do have another email if you want to try that. Or if you want to, why don't you just send me your email and let's see if I can't get through to you. And then she I guess she didn't feel comfortable, and she spoke to her husband about it, and her husband said, this lady's trying to scam you, and she wants to get your email and try to get information from you. Don't buy the doll. So then she said, okay, I'm not buying the doll because I think you're a scam. I don't think it, anyway. So the doll didn't sell. And I thought, well, okay. She didn't sell. That's it. I'll just keep her. And so for those reasons, I think that this little Rose wanted to stay in my collection. Now, when I originally had her in her, and here's my topic. But first, a joke. Well, actually, we're not going to tell the joke yet. But first, we're going to go into Rose's details. I want you to see her beautiful face up close. I want you to see her lashes, how the length. And those are rooted lashes. I want you to see how her hair was painted beautifully. Very well done. Very well done. I'm thrilled with it. I love the wrinkles, the creases on her little chin. I love her little hands, how they're done, and the creases. Look how blushed her knees are. Her knees are very blushed. Her feet. She's got beautiful little splayed toes and little ridges. I think that Rose was just meant to stay with me. And here's your little lovey, sweetheart. And, yeah. So I think Rose was meant to stay with me. Now, here's a little joke for you to keep you on your toes. All right, Rose, let me see how you're looking in camera. Yeah, you look good, sweet girl. You look good, and you're probably cooler, or maybe about the same as you were in the dress. Yeah, this is a bit big on you, but it's not terrible. And is your bow showing well? Yes, it is. All right, there's my girl. There's my little Rose, guys. So, what do you call a fish that wears a crown? A kingfish. Okay, now, on to my topic for the day. And Rose also loves birds. When she's awake, she's always looking at the birds outside. When we've gone into a pet store and she sees the parrots, she just smiles and giggles and coos and points and kicks her little legs. She's just so excited. And so she has a blue and gold macaw stuffy. So she kind of has her own little parrot. She has a few others, but today she wanted her blue and gold macaw that's name is Blues. But my topic for the day is baby names for your dolls. Do you name your baby one name, perhaps really like that name, and then decide, I no longer have XYZ doll, but I loved that name, or I would rather have this baby have that name and this one have this name, and switch the names around. For example, Precious Rose, who's right in front of you. My little Rosie started out as Alyssa Inez. But then when I was going to sell her, I took the name away, and I still really liked the name. So I have another girl baby girl in my collection who I have named Alyssa Inez. The hair is darker and more full. And I had a baby named Rose Michelle, but I also liked the name Elizabeth, so I decided to name this little girl, who's definitely going to be sticking around. I decided to name her Rose Elizabeth. So there you have it. And I just wondered if anybody else does that, because several of my dolls have had 3 or 4 different names. I have a Tink by Bonnie Brown, and my Tink originally was Grace Victoria. Then I decided I wanted a doll that was maybe older to have that name. So I took it away from her and I named her, and I wasn't really bonding with her either. So I named her Stephanie Renee after my daughter, thinking that would help me bond with her. I still didn't bond that well with her. So then when I got anyway, I changed names and I changed dolls' names because I believe my Vivian, who is currently which is by Sandy Faber, and she's the Vivian sculpt, but I named her Stephanie Renee after my daughter. She was originally Kate, I think, or Katie, and then she became Rose, and then she became Stephanie. So I change names. I don't seem to change the name so much for the boys. I mean, Logan has always been Logan Robert. Nicholas is the same. No, it's funny. I don't think the boys in my collection have that issue, but my girls do. It's like I name them and then decide that's not their name. And so then I switch it around. So anyway, but this little girl here, she is definitely, now I've named my dolls, the names are sticking, and she is definitely my Rose Elizabeth. And you can see the sunshine peeking through the blinds. It was much brighter in here when I originally started filming, or when I originally decided to film. I had some things to do before I did this. But, so let me know in the comments, or make a video if you wish, if you have a channel. Or like I said, just answer in the comments and tell me whether you change your baby's names, maybe switch them around, or reuse a name. I would be interested to find out what the rest of you do. So that's about it, guys. Like I said, this is day 2 of me featuring my sleeping babies. And also, Rose was the second sleeping reborn doll that I got. When I first started collecting, I mostly collected sleeping dolls, and I believe she was second or third. I'm not a, if it's your birthday, or if it's a wedding anniversary, and particularly if it's real people that I'm very close to, I do pay attention to dates and, birth dates and anniversary dates, and I do remember them. But for when I had a box opening and my doll came, I don't know. Especially since the first year I collected, almost the first 2 years I collected, I didn't have a Reborn channel, but I followed Reborn channels, but I didn't have one. So not having had a channel, I opened my babies on my own and just enjoyed them. So, but I think she was either my second or third Reborn, and she was definitely a sleeper. So this is the order that I think of the 5 I have left, because some of my sleepers I sold. This is the order that I believe I purchased them in. So Sweet Rose is number 2. All right, everyone. I hope you have a good week, a blessed week. I got through my 10-hour workday. It was very difficult. Had a lot going on today, a lot extra that I didn't expect, but we got through it. And yes, I'm exhausted. So when I finish this, getting this uploaded and whatnot, I'm going to take a shower, eat some dinner, and go to bed because I have another long day tomorrow. So remember, everyone, no matter what you're going through, God loves you and He's always there for you. Goodbye, Dolly friends.